Let's take a closer look at why childcare costs are on the rise. Betty Emarita, who joins us live from Las Vegas, is the founder and president of a consulting firm, Development and Training, Inc. Betty, thank you so much for joining us. Why isn't there more of a serious public conversation about childcare, both the process of finding it and paying for it?
Thanks for inviting me, Roee. I think it's a difficult conversation because it is all about how we assign, assess, and reward value to one of the most important things that we do, and that is the care of our children.
Do you think, go ahead, please.
In the U.S., for example, there are three broad categories of child care, generally speaking. One is family, friend, and neighbor care, which is care that is provided by friends and families, trusted people in parents' lives. And that's usually done out of love and concern. It doesn't require payment. It is outside of the economic zone of paying for service. Another form of care is family home care, in which small child care providers will care for 5 or 6 children in their homes. And then the third form of care is center-based care, which is a more formal structure where there are people who are professionals, who have degrees and are credentialed, and where there is a formalized curriculum. So these are very different types of care, and they all exist in 3 very different economies.
You talked about center-based care there. I saw a recent conversation in which somebody asked, why does daycare end at 2 p.m. when the job, the workday ends at 5 or 6? And somebody said, that's the wrong question. The question is, why does the workplace end at 5 or 6? Do you think part of the problem, perhaps in the U.S., is that parents have to work too much?
Well, that is certainly an issue. The nature of work and the structure of work has changed dramatically. Now there are more people who are part of the gig economy, in which there are short-term contracts, hours that are unpredictable, low pay, and these all create particular challenges for parents, because childcare is something that you need on when you need it. And that is also why there are these 3 different types of care, because when a center closes or is not available, that's when parents rely on family, friend, and neighbor care.
How do you think companies, businesses are adjusting to the changing realities of childcare for younger parents now?
Not very well and not quickly enough. I think there are some companies that are doing a great job, that they provide childcare on site. There are others who are considering providing subsidies for working parents. But there are not enough companies that are doing this, and it is certainly an ongoing issue, and one that brings to the fore the kind of contradiction between the nature of work, which has changed, and the needs of parents and the needs of young children.
How do you think what we see in the U.S. is comparing to what we see in other industrialized countries?
Wow. Well, to a great extent, people all over the world are experiencing some of these challenges because we have a more mobile population than ever before. People are moving far from their home countries for economic opportunities. Sometimes it's displacement because of war or natural disasters. But in any case, families that used to be local or mostly regional are now dispersed nationally and internationally. And so the idea of continuity, of culture, of community, how do you maintain these, which are the very web of a functioning society, becomes something that we all need to address and think about when we think about how we're going to have high quality care in very different child care settings: family, friend, and neighbor care, small child care providers, as well as center-based care.
Betty Emarita joining us there live from Las Vegas. Thank you for your insight.